Hey you guys, it's Becca and Jana, and we're coming to you with some coffee and our latest episode of Beautiful Mess. And today we wanted to talk about rest.
Yes, and not having such a frantic life is the big thing.
Yes.
So it's like you're constantly trying to, you feel like you have to fill your day, especially with your kids, have all these activities going on. I thought this was a good time to talk about it because summer's coming up, and you talk to a lot of these moms and they already have everything planned out for the whole summer.
Right.
And like every day filled.
Yes.
To the point where they're not resting.
Right. This week alone is our last week of school, and I seriously, like 2 minutes ago, just told someone that I could meet with them from 3 to 3:05. Like, that's how booked solid,
crazy.
but that's just kind of how it's going. And so then when I find, like, when I'm booked so solid, that the first thing I let go of is getting in the Word.
I agree.
It's the first thing that goes.
And I know that happens a lot, like, especially, obviously with my job, calling people and being like, hey, what's happening? How come I haven't seen you in a while? Is everything okay? They'll say, like, it's our only day not to do something. So the last thing they're thinking about is that rest you get coming to church and being in the Word, and the rest you get in Christ.
Right.
So
it's like a spiritual rest. It's a different, like, deeper sense of rest. I know one of my favorite Bible passages is the 23rd Psalm, and I love
mine too.
23 verse 3 part A, where it says, He restores my soul. I think it's just awesome, and I feel so restored when I dig into the Word, when I get in touch with my prayer life, when I come to church and receive it. And sometimes it's hard. Like, I have a little one, and sometimes I feel like getting out the door for church can be like the craziest 10 minutes of the week, and I feel like everything is working to get me to not go. Right. But I can honestly say, even when it feels so hard to get here, I've never once left and been like, what a waste of time. I wish I wasn't there. I've never felt that way. I'm always happy I went. But getting here is difficult.
Right. Nobody's ever said, that was the dumbest thing I did today, or what a waste of time. But
what a waste.
I mean, I think if you can look at it like a reset, for your day, or for your week, right? So then you come back again on Sunday, you get another reset, like a start over, and then you do find, at least I find, then the rest of the day, Sunday, you're just kind of calm, and like however your day goes, it's all right.
I feel like grounded and like you said, kind of like reset or recharge and ready for the week. One of the MOPS moms I chatted with over the weekend, and she told me that she has her Bible app on her phone send her the daily Bible verse. You can set it up to give you a notification every day at a certain time, which I thought was awesome. And then another mom was like, oh, I do this Daily 5 app where it gives you a 5-minute devotion and it appears on your phone. So I put those on my phone because I'm like, in this season with school ending and summer starting and all these transitions, I feel overly busy, and I feel like I want to protect that relationship I have with Christ, that I'm not having that be the first thing that goes, because he'll give me forgiveness every time,
And my husband and I have an app on our phones where it sends us both the same Bible verse.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
First thing in the morning. So usually when we finally get to sit down and talk, which is crazy that sometimes it's not until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, but when we finally get to sit down and talk, we'll oftentimes discuss what our Bible verse was, where we've had the whole day to think about that Bible verse. So oftentimes then our son is involved with that too. And it's even like the little kids having more than one, it's hard to come in, but even teenagers, that's a whole different stage. Like they have stuff going on, or straight up you cannot wake them up. So I mean, it's like every phase you're gonna have a reason why it's harder to get here. And no one's judging that if their hair is going every which way, and
wet hair. I've shown up with wet hair before. I'm like,
doesn't matter.
We found this Bible verse. Oh, I did it again. You guys, I keep forgetting to take this passcode off my phone. Okay, so we have this devotion from Savor, and the book is called Savor, and her topic is anti-frantic, which is kind of what we're talking about here. But from 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11, it's kind of like an excerpt from it, and it says, make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. And it's almost like an oxymoron. Like when you think of the word ambition or ambitious, I think of more. And more to-dos, more things, more accomplishments. But to make it your ambition to lead a quiet life is such like a different way to think about it, that we thought was really cool. to have that space and that time carved out for God and your spiritual life and connecting with others.
Well, the big thing too, is having those relationships. One, with God, because that's a relationship. So you being in the Word and being at church and being in fellowship with others. It's relationships with others and with God. Having that quiet time at home, even sitting down and purposely, intentionally having dinner with your family or friends, whoever it may be. But sitting down and have that intentional quiet time, personal time with your loved one too is huge. But I mean, in this society, especially now, it's like bigger, better, grander.
Going from one thing to the next, eating in the car. I eat in the car half the time.
Yes. My son's breakfast every morning is eating a protein bar on the way to school. And I keep thinking, like, tomorrow I'm going to wake up and get this breakfast together, but I can't get him up. So, but that's beside the point. But anyway, but you don't need to. And then you find yourself just kind of feeling, like you're not really feeling fulfilled because you're not having that quiet time.
Yeah.
So, and some people are kind of afraid of that quiet time, but I think if you start doing it and incorporate it into your day, every day, then it's not so scary anymore. And you find yourself, actually, I find myself getting more, maybe not necessarily more things done, but the stuff I'm getting done well.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, rushing
not, like,
through in my
too
mind.
Many things spinning. You're like more focused, more priority. And I notice too, when I take that time, I all the relationships around me, whether it be my family, my coworkers, my friends, anyone I interact with, I'm just better to them and more loving. And I'm also like able to brush things off where it might be frustrating on a different day because I'm centered in the Lord and He's working in my life actively that day. Like I'm seeking that out. And
so you're not going to be on edge.
Yes.
Otherwise, when you're focusing on all these other things, one, you're not really focusing on anything. No. So you're frantic. Think about someone who's frenetic, and then if someone tries to ask you a question, you usually bite their head off.
Yeah. Like,
I know. And so that's not good either. But I think it's having that peace, like that inner peace, and that conviction that can help you lead the quiet life.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you have a quiet Wednesday and carve out some time for your relationship with Jesus today. And we look forward to chatting with you next week. So, and we'll worship with you this weekend. You can join us here at Shepherd of the Lakes and experience some spiritual rest.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys. See ya.
Cheers. Have a good
great
morning.
day.